from the recap Wednesdays, as you see, it was the Toronto Raptors holding the Chicago Bulls in the 9-10 matchup. Winner advances heads to South Beach for Friday's game. Loser is done. Their season is over with. And if you didn't watch the game, you probably thought Toronto won, but no. 109 to 105. Chicago comes back and win. DeMar DeRozan, 23 points with 7 boards. Nikola Vucevic with a double-double with 14 and 13. But Zach LaVine, 39 points. 12 from 22 from the field. He only hit 2 threes. He gave you 6 boards and the comeback win for the Chicago Bulls. Pascal Siakam for the Toronto Raptors led the way with 32 points with 9 boards, 6 assists. Fred VanVleet got you a double-double with 26 points, 12 boards, and 8 assists. Scotty Barnes, 19 and 10. OG Anunoby gave you 13, but they couldn't hold off the Bulls. The Bulls came back, and it was surprising to see this comeback. It was surprising to even witness this because Toronto was at home. They had the double-digit lead. They had a 19-point lead. They was rocking and rolling in the first half, and somehow in the second half, it just didn't go down. And once you look at this, they had a 19-point lead with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. It was 66 to 47. Toronto had a 96.6% chance of winning, and it didn't happen. And you look at the team stats here, you see that Chicago shot better from the field than Toronto. Toronto definitely shot better from three-point range than the Bulls. But look at the free throws. 18 for 36, 50% from the line. And you're the home team, Toronto? You're the home team. You're at home. You're not supposed to miss free throws at home. The crowd is on your side. But they did. They missed a lot of them. And they got outscored with points in the paint. Chicago Bulls 52 and points in the paint to Toronto's 40. I mean, that is crazy. Like, usually the home team is at 80% from the line. Y'all was at 50. 18 for 36 from the line. You out-rebounded the Bulls 50 to 36. You out-rebounded them on the offensive glass. You doubled them on the offensive glass 16 to 8. Out-rebounded on the defensive end 34 to 28. And yeah, you still lost the game. You know, everybody Zach LaVine was the man. Like I said, how many points Zach LaVine had a game? Let's go back to it. 39 points for Zach LaVine. DeMar DeRozan put in 23. But most people are giving the credit because with Toronto shooting 18 for 36 from the free throw line, they saying the MVP is this young lady, DeMar DeRozan's daughter, because she was screaming her butt off every time the Raptors were at the line. And you can hear every last one of them. And they said it works because, yet again, the Toronto Raptors shot 50% from the charity strike. How you shoot 50% from the charity strike at home? That don't make sense to me whatsoever. But nevertheless, you shot 50% at home, and you send Jurassic Park home for the offseason. You sent Jurassic Park home. We, the North, are home for the offseason. You don't get another game. The Chicago Bulls get another game, however, thanks to her and Zach LaVine, but you don't get another game. And then the nightcap. Down in the Big Easy, Oklahoma City Thunder against the New Orleans Pelicans. No Zion-Williamson, which I will get into it after I get to the recap of this, but trust me, I would definitely get into Zion-Williamson. Here you go. 123 to 118 win for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Surprising what it was because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Josh Giddey couldn't get going in the first half. They combined for 19 total points in the first half. And the Pelicans led. But the second half was a different story. Now, before I get to the second half, I got to shout out Luke Dort for this one, 27 points, 5 boards. He was the reason why the Pelicans didn't have a big lead in the first half because when Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Josh Giddey couldn't get going, Dort got going. Okay, as you can see here. And then in the second half, it was a blitz attack from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Josh Giddey. 32 points for CGA, with 5 boards. Giddey with 31 points, 10 assists, and 9 rebounds. He almost had a triple-double. And they pulled it out on the road, 123-118. Brandon Ingram from the Pelicans, 30 points, 6 boards, 7 assists. CJ McCollum only gave you 14, but you get Herb Jones gave you 20. Buju, JV gave you 16 and 18. Trey Murphy III gave you 21. But they couldn't haul off the Oklahoma City Thunder. And now here's the crazy thing here. We came into these playing tournaments with no 7 seed losing at home, then we saw Miami be the first one to do it. We also came in with no 10 seed ever winning, and we had 2 10 seeds beat 9 seeds here. And with me saying that brings me to the Pelicans star. Zion. Before I get there, here's the stats that you probably was looking for. Both teams shot terrible from 3. OKC was 11 from 34. That's 29%. New Orleans was 9 for 28 from 3. That's 32%. New Orleans out rebounded Oklahoma City by 10, 48-38. And yet, and still, you lost. Points in the paint was in favor of the Thunder by 6, 58-52. The Pelicans shot a little bit better than the Thunder, 48% from the field to the Thunder's 46% from the field. Nevertheless, you lost. You lost. It's over with. It's done. Your season's over with. Brandon Ingram got to go home. CJ McCullough got to go home. And somebody else got to go home who didn't step on the court. This guy, Zion Williamson. This is what he said before the game on Wednesday. Quote, physically, I'm fine. Now, it's just a matter of when I feel like Zion. I understand the magnitude of these games coming up, and I don't want to be out there hesitating or doing something that may affect my team in a bad way. The problem is, we saw you do this during pregame. Doing windmill dunks, putting on the dunk contest before the game. But you said this, and I'm going to read it again. Quote, physically, I am fine. Now it's just a matter of when I feel like Zion. I understand the magnitude of these games coming up, and I don't want to be out there hesitating or doing something that may affect my team in a bad way. You haven't played since January 2nd of 2023. When you first had your hamstring injury, they gave you 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, they said you were doing fine, but it might take another additional week. You re-aggravated it in February, which became a grade 3 strain. And I did my research, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't go back, watch the last show that I did. I looked it up and I said, that takes several months. This is where we at with Zion Williamson. Nevertheless, why you out here putting on dunk contests? Why you out here doing windmills during pregame? Making people have to think of what is going on with you because your buddy is not on the damn court to play. And the result of it, the Pelicans are going home because they lost 118. Well, they lost 123-118 to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Which means not only Brandon Ingram's season is over with and CJ McCullough's season is over with, that means Zion Williamson. Your season is over with too. And yet again, we do not see you in postseason play. Shout out to my boy Damian Adams, who is holding out hope to not lose faith in Zion Williamson. He wants to give you another year or two to see if you can get the injury thing right. Maybe you can do a Joel Embiid, because Joel Embiid, he had injury histories in his first part of his career in the NBA. He finally got it right to where he is right now, about to be the league MVP, okay, in my opinion. So just to let y'all know, if my MVP vote goes to Joel Embiid. That's for a future episode. Just to let y'all know. But my boy Damian, he's holding out hope that you can do that and that you can do, because when you did play the 29 games you did play, New Orleans was in the top. It was in the top 3 in the West. New Orleans was in the top 3 in the West in the 29 games that Zion Williamson played. And he was like, when Brandon Ingram comes back from his injury, look out, because Oklahoma City is coming. Nevertheless, Zion goes down January 2nd, 2023, and he doesn't play another game this season and will not play another game this season because the New Orleans Pelicans are going home for the summer. All right. So Zion, you have from April. Okay, we in the month of April, all the way up to October. So we talking May, June, July, August, September. 5 months. You have 5 months to get yourself in shape, probably lose some weight, because that's part of the problem. You got all this weight. Get yourself in basketball shape, get yourself ready to play in 2023, 2024 season, because not only the people in New Orleans are getting fed up, the NBA world itself is getting fed up with this injury history that you have going on. And these ain't career-ending injuries. These ain't season injuries. These are injuries that normally other people can come back from in weeks or probably a month's time and be ready to play. With you, these injuries taking longer than whatever. And it's a problem. A very serious problem. Okay?